What's up, my pilots? Have you ever noticed in Minecraft, after some cave excavations or after harvesting your crops or cutting back your tree farm, you find yourself with what seems like an endless supply of resources? Do you ever wonder what Minecraft would be like if all you had was a single tree, a bit of sand, and water as far as the eye can see? Well, this video is all about that. Welcome to Minecraft Survival Island. This is a custom map someone has built. There's a link in the description to the thread on the forums that this sign is referencing. And basically, this is the world that you start with. And as you can see, it's as I stated. Bit of dirt, bit of sand, lots and lots of water. I have completely uninstalled mods for this episode. There are no mods installed except for the HD texture patcher, so we could use the poncho pack. And you can see I haven't even opened my inventory yet. Alright, well, my dorky self better get going. Maybe I can use my glasses to refract light from the sun and start a fire. It's gonna start a fire! So as you can see, you don't get much to start with, and this tree is essentially your first and only resource when you begin the game. Now there are some hints given. Well, first let me explain the rules before we start hinting at things. First rule is can't leave the island. Second rule, no inventory or single-player commands, or no inventory editing rather, and no commands or no mods of any kind essentially should be installed when you play on this map. Although if you do have them and you just don't use them, that's fine. Okay, saplings. We want the saplings. The saplings are important. Because basically, we need to create something that is survivable by tonight. And I don't think there's a whole lot to this island, so we're going to have to get really cracking here. I'm going to take a bit of this dirt with me here and just let the rest hang around. I'm going to pick up all the saplings I can. I've got 4 so far. That's pretty good. I'm tempted to punch those down, but I think they're actually more likely to drop saplings if they decay on their own. And there's more dirt down here. Oh, that's nice. Am I not allowed to take that dirt? I suspect I'm only allowed dirt at sea level or higher, so that dirt is off limits, I think. We got a couple flowers here. I don't know if they're useful for anything, but let's see. Other than that, the hints are basically just that. There are some challenges you can complete, and they're listed in the description. And we're going to be going for a couple of those. And I believe the first one is a 2-story house with at least 20 windows. Build a brick fireplace. Oh, there's a bonus for us to do later, perhaps. Build a scarecrow with a jack-o'-lantern head. Okay. Alright. And basically, this is the mod, or this is the world here. I'm a little bit concerned. We have grass over there, so that's good. Basically, I don't know if you guys understand how grass works, but you have to be very careful with it in this map because grass only spreads to dirt blocks when there are other grass blocks nearby. And when I say that, I mean if you have a world that does just dirt, grass will never spawn spontaneously upon it. It will only spread from nearby grass blocks, and so I'm going to leave this grass block intact so that it can spread its grass to the adjacent blocks. Now I don't know if there needs to be light involved or not, but I do know that you must have adjacent grass in order to spread grass to these dirt blocks. Of course, it's not really that important. You can grow trees on, I think, just dirt, so no big deal. I'm going to plant them in a pattern like this so there's space between them. Hopefully they'll grow, and we'll get some more wood out of the deal. Let's see. Now, if you noticed, there was an X here. I should have pointed it out before I destroyed it, but we are in a bit of a hurry here. But basically, there was an X in the ground here, and one of the hints, or the hint essentially, is X marks the spot. Don't squander your initial resources. So as you can see, I haven't used any of my dirt yet. And it's pretty easy to escape from a sand area. Oh boy, look at this. We've hit rock. Alright, well I need a tool if I'm going to break through this, so I guess it's time to make a pickaxe, if at all possible. Well, let's see. With our wood we have now, as blocks, they're worthless. So let's make it all into planks. Now we have 20 planks. Could use 4 of those. Hang on, let me get something to drink. I'll be right back at this. Alright, let's get back to business. Where was I? 20 planks. I could use 4 of them to make a workbench. That would leave me with only 16. How many would I need to use to make a pick? At least 5, so I still have some left. Okay. So let's put a workbench down. Alright. We'll turn 2 of them into 4 sticks. And then from the sticks, I can make a pick. Okay. That's a way to at least get some cobble so we can build a shelter and dig a staircase down where this X said to go. So it doesn't matter where I start. I'm gonna... Oh! Coal! Yes! This is exactly what we need. This is what they meant when they said X marks the spot. I said, this way to coal. It was only between 1 layer of stone. I could have punched through that. Still would have needed a pick to mine the coal, though. So 2 pieces of coal. What should I use them for? Well, one of them has got to be a torch. So we'll do that. I still have some planks. I got some sand here. How much time have I got? Would a sandstone house be an unreasonable goal? I don't think so. I'm going to make one. This could be very silly, but I'm using up, 3 more of my precious planks. Hopefully one of those trees will grow soon, and these planks won't be quite so precious, because I'll have more of them. That's the real danger this first night, is that you squander your original wood digging out a bunch of cobble, or sand, in my case, and you don't ever actually get around to building a house before the sun goes down, or at least getting to that coal there. Now, okay, let me tell you a little bit about my experience with this map in the past. This isn't the first time I've seen it. I watched a couple videos of the Yogscast where they featured this map. See the grass is spreading from the block where it started? Anyway, but apparently, and I know this from the thread on the forums, there is a treasure, a lost treasure of the curator on this island somewhere. But I didn't see it. I only watched the first couple videos in the Yogscast series on this island. So and honestly, I wasn't really watching them. I was sort of listening to them while playing Minecraft myself, which is what I do with Minecraft LPs. So I didn't actually know that there was coal there. I thought there was an underground cavern or something. Okay. Thankfully, sandstone is free to make. There's 16 pieces of it. That's not enough for a house, is it? That's not even close to enough for a house. There's 20. Okay, well, let's be smart. Use our resources as best we can. I need to make... Okay, one wall will be made from sand. That's what I'll do. Alright, where's somewhere where the sand is still 3 blocks high? That's convenient. Here we go, this will work. Right here. I'll dig it in next to our workbench. Just doing this by hand so I don't have to use up any wood with a tool. I don't want to go too much, but let's be cautious. Alright, so if I put... Okay, let's pick up... Where's the sand I'm picking up going? Alright, so I can make one... Actually, I could make the walls out of sand, couldn't I? I only really need to make the ceiling out of sandstone. Alright, that's a good observation to make, I suppose. Although I'll probably want to change it later if I ever find myself having more than minimal resources. Here we go. Well, this is going to make a decent house, isn't it? Need more sand, though. I hope I'm not building right on top of where I should be mining. That would be an unfortunate coincidence. I plan on doing a little bit of surveying around the island before I just start digging randomly, so we'll try to be smart about it if we can. How am I going to handle the fact that I don't have enough wood to make a door? I'm certainly not going to use up 6 planks just to make a door. That would be an egregious waste. Oh, wow, I still need 6 more pieces of sand here. And then the sandstone that I have should be enough to make a roof. Thank goodness. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. That needs to be sandstone. Whoops, just wasted one. Alright. And now I can do this. Alright, and I have 4 torches. Hey, this isn't so bad, is it? Alright. Oh, I guess I have some cobble there, too, that I could use. Just for now, I'll stick those there. It's not like they're going to disappear or something. So, what's our next goal now? Well, once those trees grow, I'll have more wood. Right now it's 3 sticks, 8 planks, some coal, a flower, and a pick. With a bit of cobble. Huh. There's clay over here, but I can't really do anything with it besides break it into pieces, and I have nowhere to put them at this point, so I'm going to leave it there. Oops, it's getting dark. Oh, one of my trees grew. That's great. I'm gonna... Oh, I don't want to cut it down and then get caught out in the dark, but I'm gonna break it so I can use the wood in the night, and we can think about at least how I want to use the wood. I'd like to pick up the saplings before they... I wonder if they'll disappear overnight, if that's too long to wait. I have 4 other pieces. As long as I get at least 1 sapling from this... Okay, there's 2. Alright, I'm in the green now here. I'm making profit from that tree. Let's be cautious. So we just want to keep moving. If I can get a 3rd sapling, I'm going to go in my house. There's a 3rd one right there. Okay, time to take cover. No risking here. Oh, one of the big rules for this map, which I forgot to say, I should use sand to block the door because it's easy to remove by hand. Ah, alright. This is cozy. I guess since the sun is going down over there, it'll be easy for me to tell when morning is on the way. Although I probably should leave that closed to avoid taking damage. What I forgot to mention is that one of the biggest rules playing this map is that you're supposed to play it Iron Man style. And that means you die, you're done. A single death, you lose. That's as far as you got. That's all you did. It's essentially you play until you die, and that's it. The competition is to see what you can accomplish with so little resources and only a single life. So I'm going to have to be cautious to not jump from high places so as to take unnecessary damage. Some things that you might want to take into account in this map that don't normally come into play. One is the fact that things like sheep, which wool is a good building material, and pigs can give you the food for their bacon. And then you've got cows for their armor. All of those things only spawn on grass and in light. So you're going to need to spread out as much grass as you can to get those things to spawn so you can get the resources from them. Alternatively, you can't mine or you can't farm on sand, so you're going to use some of your dirt for farming if you ever get that far. I guess with the way things are now, it's kind of impossible to farm on this island because there's no tall grass. Unless I can get some bone meal from a skeleton and use it to grow tall grass, thus producing seeds, thus making me able to farm. Oh, I should have put a torch out by those trees so they would keep growing overnight. Oh man, is it too much of a risk to go out there? I don't know. I don't see any enemies. Yeah, the island seems to be completely devoid of monsters. That's very strange. I'm going to go back in my house and confirm that I'm on normal difficulty. It's another one of the rules. Yes, I'm on normal. You can see all my settings here. I don't know. Huh. I wonder why there aren't any enemies out there. Maybe I'm a little more worried than I should be. Don't want to get cocky and get myself killed, though. Yeah, there's just nothing out here. I don't know if I should assume it's safe to work overnight, though. That could be a deadly assumption. One skeleton sneaking up on me and I could be done. I don't have any weapons. No, mobs don't spawn within 20 blocks of the player. So some of this island is probably shielded by my presence. Really, I should have put my house right in the middle so they couldn't spawn anywhere. It's almost midnight at this... Well, that's almost the middle of the night at this point, so... I don't know how much you guys can actually see of this scene. I'm playing with my lights off, and I can see the entire island clearly. So hopefully this isn't a torture to watch. Okay, let's go back inside, shall we? Let's be careful here, too. Not too worried about what's out there now, though, so just wait in here. And be careful! Alright, so how much wood did we get from this? We got 4 more planks. It's a short tree. Alright, we got 4 more blocks, rather, so that's 24 is now our total plank count. What can we do with 24 planks? First thing that occurs to me, we can make a chest with 8 of them, but it doesn't really matter because I don't have enough items to need a chest, and it's not like I'm going to use them for the usual purpose, which is to store items somewhere so that when you die, they're still there, rather than getting thrown all over the ground. It's because if I die, I have to quit, of course. Let's see. So what do I do with those planks? I've already made a pick. I've still got some coal here. I don't have enough cobble to make a furnace. Maybe I should be using my nighttime freedom to make a furnace. Let's leave a little path around the outside of the house here. Make a little staircase going down, perhaps. So let's gather up enough cobble to make a furnace. That's one of the basic necessities of Minecraft, I think, is having a furnace. Is that above sand? Doesn't matter. Because the workbench isn't going to fall. Alright, so how many cobble does that make? 7? I need 8. I don't want to break that one. That one's part of the wall of my house. Guess I'll break this one and put some sand there instead. Okay. That works. Now I can make a furnace free of charge. Don't know if that's the best choice for what I should be making with this stuff, but there, I now have a furnace and a workbench. So what can I do with the coal? I can make glass, but I don't think 1 coal is enough for 20 windows, so that isn't going to get me to my goal. I could burn planks, but that seems like a really big waste of resources. These flowers aren't really useful for... I thought that turned into dye. Oh, not in a furnace, you dummy. In a crafting square it does. There you go. The dye is basically useless, though, so I'm not going to do that. I'd rather have it as a flower. Sun is still down. So what's the best thing to do with 24 planks? I guess I shouldn't worry about it too much, because as soon as the sun goes up, I'm going to go out there and start growing more trees. I got 3 more saplings to plant here. The question is, where am I going to get more dirt? I really need to have more dirt, and I'm not totally sure. When the rules say don't leave the island, does that mean you're not allowed to... I mean, obviously it means you're not allowed to swim off for like a couple miles to find the mainland, which I'm sure is eventually out there, unless he somehow spawned a world that was entirely water. In which case, the whole don't leave the island rule wouldn't be necessary. But if don't leave the island means you are not allowed to step off of these shores, then I've basically failed, because I went out into the... Well, at least I stepped into the water, but I didn't collect any dirt except for that which was on the area where the tree was planted. So, I don't know. Right now I'm just waiting for daybreak, to be honest. I kind of wish there was a skeleton or 2 out there. I'd like for them to appear so that when the sun comes up, they could have drop some bones for me to make bone meal with. I suppose turning this other coal into torches is not a bad solution, but maybe I should keep it and smelt iron with it or something, if I can ever find iron. If I could dig up 3 more cobble, I could actually get a better pick, so let's do that. That's a good improvement to make. We'll just make a sand staircase to get back out of here. So yeah, that's a good use of 2 sticks, making a better pickaxe. Now I can actually get to iron blocks if I do find any. Let's see. Where should I go with this digging down here? Don't really know what the best way to spend my resources is. I suppose anywhere that has cobble above it, I'm free to dig into. But I don't know whether this is going to be a profitable venture or not. wonder how far down I could go before I start needing to use more and more of my torches. I haven't made any more torches yet. I still have just the 4 of them. 2 around the outside of the house, which is kind of silly. I should have brought them in here. The sun is coming up soon. Let's go outside.